different jobs. I was a valet girl. I had other jobs. My valet girl was the last job that I had, the last real job that I had. And I had to make the choice to bet on myself. When I realized working at Margaritaville as a valet girl, Rolls-Royce, Lamborghinis, coming through that drive-through. And I said, hold up. I'm in the wrong position. So I desired more for myself. And though life was a struggle, and though I didn't come from a silver spoon, I built what I have now. And I built it with diligence, faith, consistency, and discipline. When you're elevating in life, so what we have to understand is those doubters are going to eventually fall off when you begin to elevate, and they're going to see you at your highest peak. And those plant-based products was okay at the beginning, at the first 2 months, but then my mind and my imagination expanded, like, this ain't gonna give me no $1 million. And so I had to create something that has more value, and that's when we got into selling the luxury wigs that start at $500, $1,000, $700. So now we're doing 700 times 150 a month. Wow. So you're going from $25 products to $700,000 wigs, times 150 orders a month. So that's how you increase. You just have to formulate, to speak that thing, speak it every day. Like I was telling my husband, before I was a millionaire, I said, I'm a multi-millionaire. I'm the most wealthiest woman that ever walked this earth.
Dade County Street, nigga, I'ma hold it down. 5120 each one I break down. Supply my whole hood, visions to supply the town. I'm talking about Palm Beach, Broward County, back down south. Vato get them pounds. JG Wentworth, I need that money now. Same day we get them in, same day we move them out.
Yeah. Miami, what they do? Florida, what's really happening, man? This your boy OG Gigaveli. And before I get into this introduction that I have to read off this phone, man, because they worthy of that. Y'all already know this is a special one. Y'all see OG dressed, suited and booted. I hope y'all like the suit. Y'all can leave in the comments, give me some suggestions. But nevertheless, man, I'm not gonna hold y'all, man. Let me read this introduction, because it's a long one. Y'all bear with me, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Y'all hear this? Yeah, it's a lady in the building, man. But hold on, let me give you your proper dues. Hold up. Mrs. Miranda Walker, an inspirational speaker, an author, and an empowerment coach. Miss Miranda Walker hails from the vibrant Miami, Florida. She's a inspirational and a powerhouse and a motivation with compelling stage presence and an ability to connect with her audience. Miranda has transformed her passion in entrepreneurship and beauty and storytelling into a successful career, trained by our own Mr. Les Brown. If you don't know who that is, do your homework. Straight out the can, the poker bean, man. The founder of Motivational Speaker is this sister, mentor. So you already know how she coming, how she stepping, like Boss Man D-Lo say. Miranda uplift and empower individuals across the world. Miranda is a beauty mogul and known for building confidence and helping individuals all over the world give birth to their dreams. How about that? Did I do okay?
You did amazing.
Thank you. I normally don't read from the phone, man. I normally don't be nervous for interviews. But I had the opportunity to meet you and your king of a husband. You know what I mean? That brother there, a strong brother. I had to tell him, hold up on the handshake, man. Yeah, bro, in the gym with it, man. But nah, I met y'all, and let me tell y'all how I met y'all. Can you mind?
Absolutely.
All right. So y'all know I've been rolling with the boat. You know what I'm saying? So I plugged the boat in with some other shakers. The interview recently, and we was at a hotel, nice event. Make a long story short, we had time before the event started, and I walked the room, and it was a whole room full of people with sponsorship. They got different brands. It was a networking place. Y'all know how it be. And your station, your booth was crowded. It was lit. And everybody was over there, and I was working my way. I thought it was where they was handing the food out.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm like, this is where the food at, because I was looking around. And no, it was you and your team over there, and y'all presentation And we're gonna talk about it. It's breakthrough.
Yes.
So tell the people about yourself and that experience, and you know what it was that drawed all those people over there to your station.
Absolutely. So my name is Miranda Walker, and he did the best introduction, so I don't have to reintroduce myself. But yes, we have a annual conference called the Breakthrough Experience, where we build, activate, and execute the greatness on the inside of individuals. And it's an annual conference that people could come to and network, collaborate, get resources that they probably would never got on their own. And so I love what we're doing with the Breakthrough Experience. And at the event, we was a sponsor. And when I do things, I love to put seed in the ground. I love the principle of understanding that wherever you put seed in, it's going to produce a harvest. And so we sold into that conference and event, and it was successful. And I know that the return is going to be greater. And so thank you so much for that.
Okay, before we get into the entrepreneurship and what you bring, the life coach, the author, tell us a little bit about yourself, like before all that. Who's you before you was a coach? A little bit about yourself.
So before any success story, there's always, a process. And I need individuals to understand that before you could get to the place of success, you're going to have to be able to endure process, whatever that process may look like. You could be in the valley and you're going through a process. My thing was, I was working different jobs. I was a valet girl. I had other jobs. My valet girl was the last job that I had, the last real job that I had. And I had to make the choice to bet on myself. And so I chose to bet on myself. When I realized working at Margaritaville as a valet girl, I was in the wrong position. Right, when I started seeing those cars, those Rolls-Royces, Lamborghinis, coming through that drive-through, and I said, hold up, I'm in the wrong position. So I desired more for myself. And though life was a struggle, and though I didn't come from a silver spoon, I built what I have now. And I built it with diligence, faith, consistency, and discipline.
So Miranda, let me ask you a question, because when you first came in the studio, I was nervous. You taught me into being calm.
Yes.
And that nobody normally do that. Normally I taught my guests in the calm. You like, we got this. Calm down. I do this, and you do it. You do it well.
Thank you.
I had already prepared a opening.
Yes.
And it was dealing with your name. I'm big on names. Very big on name. My name, and when I was studying, because I studied for this one. Yes. I studied for all y'all, but I really studied for this one because I want my people to benefit from what you got to offer. Your name, Miranda.
Yes.
You took that and acronymed it.
Yes,
and I want to talk about that, man. Cause my name is an acronym. Tell us, why did you feel like you wanted to make your name an acronym, and what is the points of the acronyms in your name?
Absolutely, that's a great question. So the acronym in my name, it has a lot to do with the process that I endured. And so the M is for mastering yourself. In the process of mastering yourself, you go through a process where you have to discipline yourself, you have to train yourself, and you have to reinvent yourself. And so mastering myself, I had to learn more about who I am and what was my strengths and what were my weaknesses. And so in that process of doing that behind closed doors, I was building who I am today. And so that gave me the acronym of mastering yourself. So that's what the M stands for, mastering yourself. The I is invest in yourself.
Facts.
If you don't invest in yourself, then who will?
Facts.
People see confidence. You sell confidence. When you're selling something, it's about the confidence. And so if people see that you're not willing to invest in yourself, they're not willing to invest in you.
That's true.
And so investing in myself consists of me making sacrifices. Investing in myself allowed me to be where I'm at today because I took risks, I took chances. Things that people probably doubt, I was able to overcome those things. And though there was doubters, guess what? I knew that the vision was going to manifest. You probably haven't seen it, but it's waiting to happen. And so that's where I have invested in myself.
Right.
Our relationship matters. You can make a connection with one person, one individual, and that relationship could change the whole trajectory of your life.
True.
And so I'm a person of integrity, and I understand sometimes you need a pusher. You need somebody who's going to push you to the place of destiny, push you to the place of purpose. And so that's in relationships. And so that's why I honor relationships, and I'm very integral about how I deal with people.
Right.
So that's what the R is for.
Right.
The A is for my favorite, activate your faith. See,
Right.
faith is a substance of things hoped for, but it's the evidence of things not seen. And a lot of people don't understand. When I didn't have $1, I had some currency, and that was kingdom currency because I had faith. Faith in knowing that the God who provides for me is the God who's going to allow everything that I need to manifest in my life. And so I had faith that moved mountains. I'll tell my husband, how does it feel to be married to a celebrity? And I'll tell him things like this. Hi, Billionaire Bill. His name is Billionaire Bill because I'm speaking affirmations.
Right.
I'm provoking the words that I'm speaking
Right.
because I've seen those same words come to pass and manifest. And so that's why I will have to watch my tongue. And
True.
I believe whatever you want to see, you need to speak it.
Facts.
Yes.
Facts. I was always taught that. My mom spoke that is the power of life and death lies in the tongue,
Yes.
and it's the power of success, failure and success is in the tongue
Absolutely.
also. So you speak about risk taking. You speak about sacrifice. Talk about that with a little bit. How did that look in define, because when you use the word risk, people that's kind of what keeps people away from things, right?
Yes.
But I seen reading into what you offer. You speak on calculated risk.
Yes.
Can you get into that a little bit for us?
Absolutely. So that brings us to the N in the acronym, never give up. Because I understand that, things may not always go the way you want it to go, but in life you got to take a risk. I believe it's like this. It's like a person that goes and play blackjack, and when the deck is good, they begin to double down on that. Or somebody that's shooting crap and they go all in. Or somebody that's playing poker and they put in all of their bet and max betting. And that's what the risk got to look like in your life, because at some point in life, you're going to take a chance. And that's the same thing as somebody who's gambling. They're taking a chance. And so life going to cause you to take chances, but you got to go out there scared. You got to go out there without the money. You got to go out there believing in yourself when others don't. So that's all risk. It's called being a risk taker.
Right. I heard you use the word relationship, right?
Yes.
I'm one. I know the value in a relationship. I actually, being around Rick Ross and other people, yourself in the room with you, I encourage relationship because I understand the value of the relationship, what it can
Yes.
come from that, right?
Absolutely.
Speaking on that, in relationships and becoming the confident woman you are, and being a coach, what would your advice be with someone that's dealing with someone that they have a relationship that's doubting what it is, their vision, or have anybody share something if that happened to you, someone was just doubting the things that you say you was gonna do from when you was a valet?
Absolutely. So when you're elevating in life, it's like a rocket, a spaceship. The spaceship, once you start to elevate, it got 2 boosters on each side. And those doubters are the ones that are the boosters that begin to fall off, because as that spaceship goes up higher and elevate, those 2 boosters fall off. So what we have to understand is those doubters are going to eventually fall off when you begin to elevate, and they're going to see you at your highest peak. So you don't have to too much worry about them. You just got to believe in yourself, because when you believe in yourself, it's going to cause you to bet on yourself. So you don't really need the belief in the hope in the favor of somebody else believing in your dream, as long as you believe in it. And when you believe in it, then you're going to do everything it takes to get to that place.
Hey, it's funny you say that, right? It's funny you say believe and bet. You using word like investing and believing. What's the difference between one and the other? Like you know what I mean? Because you find people that they could tell you what they gonna do, you know what I'm saying? But when it's time to put your money up, when it's time to put up or shut up, what's the difference? Explain that to me. The investing in yourself and believing in yourself. Is it a difference from your take?
Absolutely. I feel like believing is a thought and it's a feeling, but actually betting on yourself is a action.
It's an action.
And faith without works is dead. And so you can have a vision, and the vision could be just a imaginary thing for you until you put some action towards it. You can see the vision, but if you don't put the action and the necessary steps in it, then it's just a vision. So I believe believing is a beginning of you being able to, take the action. But that's not the main core. Believing is not the main core thing. The action and the execution is the main thing. Because a lot of people, they got great ideas, they got great businesses, they got things that they want to do, but there's no action. And you got ChatGPT giving out blueprints of how to be a millionaire. But why is everybody not a millionaire? And the thing is, because everybody's not willing to go through something called the process. They're not willing to go through a process, and they're not willing to execute what they have in their hands. And so I believe that's a difference between believing and actually betting.
Okay, the day Sunday, right?
Yes.
And when we scheduled this interview, because we talking about the word belief.
Yes.
And I'm a faithful person.
Mm-hmm.
You and your husband just left service.
Mm-hmm.
How big is in planning, being an entrepreneur? Like, do you feel, do faith have anything? I ain't talking about faith in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about God now. I'm talking about having a spiritual connection. Is that a big part of success, or you encourage that? What's your thoughts?
That's the major part of success. See, except he build a house, then he that they labor in vain. What does that mean? The Bible tells us, and the Word of God tells us, seek thee first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. So my life and everything in the foundation that I'm built on is built on my belief and faith in God, because he's the one who give me the vision. He's the one who give me the dreams, and then he tells me when to execute. And so when I learned that's when I became the most successful, because I tried doing things on my own, in my own strength and my own power, because I had the ability to do it, or I had the money to do it, but it wasn't God timing or will. But when I began to yield to God and the Holy Spirit that began to give me this information, these downloads, this idea, the name of my business, the name of the conference, where to have it, what to do. He's strategic. And so that was my winning point, because except for you do it in him, then it may look like you're doing it, but that foundation, if it's not built on a solid foundation, it's going to eventually fail.
So I told my viewers, and thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Absolutely.
That was clear. I got that. And so let's get to some teaching, coach.
Okay.
Coach.
Yes.
I'm gonna put the coach hat on for a minute, because I told them to get their pads out, right?
Absolutely.
So we could talk one way, break us off some habits. Like,
yes.
You got your vision. What kind of habits, or what to from a vision to actually owning, creating, doing, where it's turning a profit? Take us there. What needs to be done? Give us something to write down on our pad.
Okay, so the first thing, the vision. You must write that vision down, but not only write it down.
The actual vision.
The actual vision.
All right, go ahead.
Write the vision. On my bathroom mirror is nothing but affirmations and me speaking what I desire, me speaking what I want. I've been doing that since.
Why on the bathroom mirror?
Oh, because I got to go there every morning.
Okay. I wonder, like, why? Who writes on the mirror?
It's all full of notes. It's all full of notes.
Do your husband have a problem? Y'all got different bathrooms?
No, he don't mind, because he started doing it himself. He see it works.
Okay. So what? I mean, what? Writing on the actual mirror or sticky pads?
Sticky pads.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know. My mirror ain't big enough for me. I got big plans. I need a lot of
write it by your bedroom, wherever you're gonna wake up and see it every morning. So the first thing is writing down the vision. Because how could you get to a destination without any direction? Right. You writing it down is gonna tell you the direction you're headed. And so I believe you write that vision, make it plain, put it on tables for those who read it shall run with it. After you write the vision, start to speak it, because the most powerful, successful tool you have, the most effective tool you have, is the power in the tool of your tongue. What you want to see, you got to speak it. And I believe that because I've been speaking what I see and what I want to see, and it's been manifesting. So don't only write it down. You got to decree and declare. You got to speak that thing. Speak it every day. Like I was telling my husband before I was a millionaire, I said I'm a multimillionaire. I'm the most wealthiest woman that ever walked this earth. I'm the best-selling author. I start to speak those things in confidence because that first faith was in my heart. That's what I believed in. And so I started decreeing and declaring. And my husband was like, girl, no, we ain't. And I'm like, I'm seeing in the spirit. You know, you got to call those things that be not as if they were. So you have to speak. You got to declare some things, and then you will see it. So after you write that vision, you start to speak it. Let me tell you, get some discipline, because life is going to test you. And if you don't have discipline, then you're going to go back to your old habits, whatever those habits are, like the procrastination. So turn those cycles and those habits that don't serve you no good and turn them into something positive. See, I had some bad habits, but what I did with those bad habits, I exchanged them for better habits. So say, for instance, if I was always going out, I stopped going out and I started reading more books, getting some information, getting some download, and I started to execute. And so when I start to execute and I seen that my business began to take off, this is what I did. I created a system, a formula, a strategy. So the successful people, they don't just get up and hope to win. They strategize. And when you come to a place of having systems and formulas, you know you're on the winning side, because you're going to be 100,000 times 10 million or 100,000 times 20 people, you know, and that's how you begin to strategize, because with that formulation, you know, you're going to always produce this particular number. Now, when you begin to produce a certain number, then you got to max bet that number. So if I know when I do 100 interviews and get paid $10,000 for each interview, I need to do X amount of interviews, X amount of times a month. Right, so it's called formulation now. I'm not just coming up with it. I'm saying I got to be precise and I got to be strategic with it now. Right. So that's with anything you're doing, not even just interviews. If you're selling clothes, you know you got to sell X amount of outfits a day times X amount of people, X amount of customers. So you start to create a formula and a strategy, and that's how you become successful, because you keep on max betting on that same strategy and that formula, and it works. And then when you see it's at a place of stagnation, you got to change a few things around. Might got to get some new products or offer some more services that's going to increase the value. Because when we first started our business inside Coral Square Mall Beauty and Smiles, we started off with $25 plant-based products. And those plant-based products was okay at the beginning, at the first 2 months, but then my mind and my imagination expanded, like, this ain't gonna give me no $1 million. And so I had to create something that has more value, and that's when we got into selling the luxury wigs that start at $500, $1,000, you know, $700. So now we're doing 700 times 150 a month. Wow. You know, so you're going from $25 products to $700,000 wigs, you know, times 150 orders a month. So that's how you increase. You just have to formulate.
So let me ask you, Miranda, all the things you just mentioned, some of the businesses that you just mentioned, I'm listening to the numbers and I'm trying to keep up, right? I'm trying to really keep up. When I met you at the event we was at, there was a lot of other venues in there offering up something.
Yes.
You and your husband are very successful. What made you decide to bring the breakthrough experience? Well, what I feel like is a room, and I want you to explain it too, because I want you to explain what it is that you know that you offer and why that you feel like you want to come back and like basically create an environment for other entrepreneurs. Like, what's the catch? Like, 'cause you could have rolled off in the sunset. Like, you went from parking cars to several visits. You know what I mean? Like, being like, why is you feel a need to? Is it your fate? Is what is the need to giving back? Like, why is you creating this breakthrough experience, and why should people come out and be involved? Take us to the whole experience.
Absolutely. So first and foremost, it's my assignment, you know, and I understand my assignment. And so whenever something is given to you, whatever gift you're given, you know, there's a story that there was like the king gave 10 people 10 of the individuals gifts and talents. Right. And he gave one 10, he gave another 5, he gave the other one, I'm gonna say 2, and he gave one 1. Right. But he gave it to them according to their faith. And so anytime you have a gift, or if you have multiple gifts and talents, understand it's according to your faith. And so when the king came back, he said, one of the people said, the one who had 10 gifts and talents, he had made it into double. He doubled that.
Right.
The other one who had 5, he doubled his.
Right.
The one who had 2, he doubled his. But the one that had 1, he hid it. He did nothing with it.
Nothing.
And the king said, "You are a wicked servant." And then that stuck with me, because how could you have something that was given freely to you, but you're not willing to pour back into it? You're not willing to release it back. You're not willing to sow that very thing that got you to the place of where you are back to the people. You know the process you had to go through. And so because I understood the process, I didn't have as much as resources that I have now. You know, I just had faith, and then I got me some money, once you understand what your gift and your talent is, and you're willing to give that back and sow that back into the people, then you're going to get more. Doors are going to open up more for you because you're pouring out. You know, it's better to give than receive. So freely you was given, you should be given, you know?
Right.
And so that's what allowed me to create the breakthrough experience, because I wanted to help individuals skip some steps. Like, not have to go through that process that I had to go through with hoping and wishing, like, what to do next, how to do it. So the breakthrough experience is an experience where you're going to be able to get the resources, the connections, the testimonies, the relationships that you need to get you to the next step. And it's going to help to activate, execute the greatness on the inside of you, the people that's coming. So some people, like I said, they have great ideas, but they need somebody to push them. They need a pusher. They need a midwife to help them to give birth, because a lot of people think it's impossible. Oh, they see what you're able to do, and they say, oh, wow, he's doing good or she's doing good, but they don't believe it for themselves. So the first thing of believing is actually being able to see somebody else who struggled, somebody else who went through similar situations and able to persevere, able to overcome. And I believe when you come in a tangible atmosphere and proximity like the breakthrough experience, that atmosphere itself is going to be conducive to helping you break through the barriers, the challenges, the fear that you have, those doubts. You know, it's not going to take you money to become successful. It's going to take you faith. And not only faith, the faith to step into that room knowing that I'm expecting a change. You got to be in expectation.
Right.
Expectation is going to open a door for you to say, I'm expecting something, and I'm going to get something that I came for.
Right.
And so that's what the breakthrough is. It's a luxurious experience and atmosphere, top tier. You know, we're doing everything exclusive, everything elegant, you know, integral. And I believe that the breakthrough experience is where people who are ready to take their life to the next level, mentally, spiritually, and financially, that's the room they need to be in.
So let me ask you something. If most of my followers ain't executives, you know what I mean? They're like guys, people that maybe food trucks, like you say, salons, selling hair, like hustlers. You know what I mean? We come from where we from the city.
Yes, okay.
Like, what would you tell them? Would you tell them the breakthrough a place for them to be in, and what resources in the room? Like, let's be real. If I'm selling sauce, right, and I'm maybe selling, I got a rim shop, or you know, I understand that I want to see myself owning a franchise of rim shops. I may want to see myself owning a brick. I went from the food truck into actual restaurant. And you know, like, you know, Trick he got a seasoned sauce. I want to get into big department stores. What kind of people in this room? I'm feel like these the people that gonna want to hear my story, or explain to me what's going on in the room. Explain to me the resources. Like, put a name on it, a title on the resources.
So the resources are phenomenal. In the breakthrough experience, you got people who credit repair agents. Everybody need their credit repair.
Yeah, definitely.
You got business funding. Last year we had Smitty the GOAT. He helped people leverage capital, leverage money that's not theirs, that they get from the bank, from credit cards and credit stacking. And I believe it doesn't matter where you're starting, it's where you're trying to go. And the resources we have is going to break that stigma of limitation off of you. And you're going to think bigger, because when you get in that room, you're going to want bigger. You know?
All right, Miranda. Okay, I heard my credit repair person.
Yes.
I heard my
funding.
My funding person.
Yes.
Like, come on, cause my people like my people. You went to college. You went to college. Let's keep it real now. I'm off the block with it. You know what I'm saying? But I want to invest. I believe. I hear what you're saying. I watch the OG. I watch what they do podcast. I know the OG ain't gonna steer me in the wrong way. I know. I'm trying to get my audience to know what. Like, I want them to feel like this is a room that they could be in, regardless that they ain't on that level.
Absolutely.
Is it breakthrough conference or seminar just catered for a certain level of entrepreneurship, or is a collage, or you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Is it a room for everybody, or just into this? You know, most seminars or conference like the breakthrough has a particular. Break us off with yours.
Yes, the audience is open. It's for any individual that's ready to elevate. Like I said, from you having a food truck to you selling clothes to you selling products out your trunk. That's a place you need to be in. And the reason why, because it deals with mental breakthrough first, mental and spiritual. Before you could get $1 million, you need to have the mindset for a millionaire. Before you can try to leverage, you need to understand who you are. The breakthrough experience is going to help you to understand, okay, who am I, and what do I really want?
I get it now. I get it now, because what you're saying, I experience, and I have to talk to myself about that. Sometimes I be in big rooms and I'm like, wow, and I step back and I have to tell myself, you here because you belong here.
Exactly.
So I get what you're saying, you know what I mean? But I want them to get it, because I coming from a prison cell.
Yes.
To being around politicians, to being around A-list stars, to being around yourself. Like y'all shakers and movers. Like, I was excited. Like, I don't suit up for everybody. They know I sit right here. They know it. I sit here unshaved with a Dickie set on. Like you and your husband got me like, I'm ready to I'm ready to elevate.
You see that?
So kudos to you, man. It was just a little encounter that I had with you and your husband. The experience that I had being in the rooms is making me believe.
Absolutely.
That I can break through some of the things that, that been keeping me back.
Yes.
But I have to challenge you now.
Absolutely. Let's go. I'm ready for the challenge.
My challenge to you is, right, are you there? Like, you satisfied? I don't believe so, because you on the podcast. What's the purpose of content? What you see, like spending time on my, shoot, give me a little shout out right now, because I know what exposure is doing.
Yes.
And I know what my views, I'm doing millions of views, and I told you that I'm like, I kind of leveraged this with you. Like, it's a mutual benefit. Like, it took me a while to get you here.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? And I thank your husband for,
Absolutely.
coming through for me, man. I'm really grateful to have you here. So what's next? What's next for you?
What's next? Well, before I get to what's next, I want to thank you and honor you for an amazing platform, and you being someone who overcame obstacles from prison walls to, encouraging the youth and doing what you're doing. With that being said, that's just like anybody coming to the breakthrough experience. Guess what? Anything is possible. If you were able to come from your situation and overcome and do what you're doing now, that lets you know that anybody is able, if they are willing to believe in themselves and take the first step in action to moving forward to what they want to do in life. Once you have that vision and know what you want to do, you got to execute. And so, I have so much work to do. I'm not satisfied. I'm not satisfied until, my assignment on earth is finished. And when that's going to be a long time from now, y'all. so just keep on watching and seeing.
That tone now.
Yes.
Speak some life into us.
Yes.
Yes. We want you around. We want you around. We need you around.
Absolutely. And I'm going to be here. And I'm going to be here motivating the people, opening doors. I'm a door holder. When I go through a door of elevation, a door of success, I'm holding it open. If you're coming behind me, you're coming through. If somebody else is coming behind me, they're coming through, because I'm not only here to get through the door. And some people get to doors and they shut up, or get to doors and they just think about themselves. But I'm a door holder. I'm here to hold the door so that other people coming behind me, that they're able to come through those same doors. See, things that people couldn't do on their own. It takes one connection, one opportunity, one relationship to get you in a place that you never thought you would be in. And so I have work to do, I have ministry, I have entrepreneurship, I have more people to inspire. I'm building a legacy, and when you're building a legacy, it got to be legendary. So it's gonna be a continual marathon with me.
Speaking on legendary, man, we had a legendary experience. Both me and you had the opportunity to meet this man right here. I got all his merchandise. I'm talking about, we called him the Boat of Miami, Mr. Rick Ross himself, right? And I know that was something that you said that you was, you know what I mean, look inspired. What about Rick? What's about Rick Ross? Because that's the night that we met. What about him? Is it because his art, rapping, is as an artist, or is because of his hustle? Like, what it is?
I love his hustle. I love his business mindset and how he's max betting on himself. You know, he's doing the Bumble. He's doing the other one, Bel Air, the Bel Air. He's rapping. He's doing it. He's putting seed in there. He's doing so many things, and that's how you got to be when you're walking by faith. Listen, you're gonna throw seeds in the here, there, and everywhere because you don't know which one of them gonna spring up. But you can't look for which way the wind gonna blow, which seed's gonna come forth. You just gotta know I'm a planter. You know, when you're a farmer, you planting seeds. You're gonna plant your mango seeds. You're gonna plant your apple seeds. You're gonna plant all kind of seeds, and that's how I do in life. I plant seeds everywhere I go, and I understand something's gonna come up.
Well, you planted a seed on that stage the other day because you had the opportunity to ask Rick Ross a question. You and a few other sponsors of that night, and you said. Because I liked your question out of all the questions that was asked, because I remember to a post that he made, he asked, would you rather 100,000 or an hour ride with me?
Yes.
And I'm guessing that you would take the hour ride because you asked him a question. What does it take to work with you?
Absolutely.
You want to ask him because he watched my show.
Yes.
Like, would you want to work with Rick Ross or anybody else? Like, break us off, like what's going on?
Absolutely. I'm not hoping for it. I'm looking forward to it. Any day now it shall manifest. Yes, because I believe in what he's doing, and when we collaborate together, it's gonna make a big, extraordinary impact.
I think I think y'all got the same type of, when it comes, we both from Miami, so I think we got the same type of chemistry. Like, they go hard. Y'all go hard for it. You believe in what y'all risk takers.
Yes.
The last question that I have to ask you, and I want you to plug in the event that's coming up because I got the pleasure of being there.
Absolutely.
But before I want to ask you one question. If I was a person want to bet on myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what would you advise to tell me? Like, I'm trying to bet on myself. I want to bet on myself.
I'll tell you to take the chance. Some things in life is given, and some things have to be taken. You got to take that bet and take that chance to bet on you, because that's the best investment you have. You are your best investment, because I'm not going to fail myself. So if I bet on myself, I know I'm not going to fail myself. So I'm going to keep on moving towards that. So the best thing is to bet on yourself, and bet on yourself now. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for procrastination to show up. Start now, because that's going to be the best move you could ever make, because it was the best one I made.
I think reaching out to you and your husband was something that I betted on, and I'm so glad that I took that risk. And we love to have you here again. Like, what they do podcast.
Yes.
Myself personally would love to continue to be connected with your journey and be part of the breakthrough experience. I'm ready. I'm ready, Coach. Put me in the game.
Absolutely.
Put me in the game,
well,
Coach.
like you guys say, we open.
We open. You follow me like that? Okay. But nah, we open. We definitely open.
Yes.
So y'all open, the breakthrough experience open. Plug in how to connect. Like, cause I know some people gonna be inboxing me. I know they're gonna be commenting. Like, I know they enjoyed it. I enjoyed having you here. I'm not gonna hold you. I know
Absolutely.
It's Sunday. You went to church and you're moving around. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So let's plug us in. Websites, everything. Plug us all the way in.
So since we open for sponsors, we open for vendors, we open for individuals that want to be a part. Get your tickets. I mean, this is going to be an investment, and it's going to be an opportunity and experience that's going to change your life. It's going to help you to get the resources that you need. I believe you need to be there. It's a mandate for you to be there. It's a mandate, because proximity, like I said, you hang around 5 millionaires, expect to be the second one. Because guess what? Proximity matters. It matters who you around. It matters the people you surround yourself with. Yes.
Birds and feathers flock together. I believe in that.
That's it. And so you can get your tickets on Eventbrite. Go to I Am Miranda on Instagram. I am Miranda Walker. I am _ Miranda Walker. Follow the page. On there, there's an Eventbrite link on there, and you can go on the bio and you can get your tickets there. Also,
is it certain levels in here? Like, I mean, you know,
absolutely.
most tickets, access,
yes.
like because you said it's gonna be. The last one we was at, it was certain meet and greets type stuff going on. It was little rooms that I was like, how we get over there, man? Like, so break it all the way out so people know how they gonna come now.
Listen,
you
never know
what the date is.
Yes, you never know who's gonna be the featured guest. You never know who's gonna be the celebrity guest. Just understand that there will be one, and that's gonna be November the 15th at the Ritz-Carlton in Fort Lauderdale. Grand Ballroom, the full flow. We got the whole flow. So yes, we're gonna be there, and you're gonna be there.
What kind of fair? You got to come suit. That's the only requirement that you ask. Like, I mean, you demand certain type of standards around you, man. I can't wait to get out this suit, man. But no, I love different looks. And I was looking up to this, man. I don't suit up all the time, but what kind of fair?
But you look amazing. You look nice. Yes,
I try.
You set a standard. See, when you show up, you set a standard, man.
Somebody step there. Keep it real, man. Keep it a buck. They gonna keep it a buck. My people keep it a buck.
Yes.
What y'all think about this lady, man? November the 15th, you really want to meet her, I'm gonna be in the building.
Absolutely.
I ain't gonna have this same suit on, but I know I gotta wear a suit. You gotta wear suits.
Yeah, dress casual. You know, presentation is everything. Sometimes you only get one opportunity to present yourself to a situation, a circumstance, or even a potential investor or business partner. Right. And it matters how you show up, you know?
Y'all guys need to keep a suit, man.
Yes.
OG, I'm glad you made me suit. I like to be pushed.
Yes.
We need that type of, we need people to push us.
Absolutely.
In every area of our life, man, I believe in what you do.
Thank
I
you.
was so excited. They know.
Absolutely.
They know. They ain't seen me like this in a while, especially with the brand.
Wow.
It was a pleasure having you.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to see what's going on. I see the confidence. I know they have. If y'all want to connect further, I'm gonna have my people make sure they got all the links in the bio. How y'all connect with the breakthrough.
Absolutely.
Tap in, man. Take that risk. Stop sitting on the sideline. You offer any coaching or any kind of way personally, like if somebody just wanted, because Les Brown is your mentor.
Yes.
Mentorship is very important.
Absolutely.
Do you have some personal mentorships that you offer?
Yes. Yes. Hey. So Les Brown, the legendary himself, he is my mentor. He mentored me. I invested in that opportunity because I understood what credibility it was going to bring me. Certain things you do going to bring you credibility. And credibility, people are looking for credible people because everybody not credible. You know, so you got to be credible because there's a lot of people offering things, but are you credible?
Facts.
Can you produce? Do you produce results? So I do offer mentorship for those that are interested. On my Instagram page, there's everything. There's opportunities for mentorship. If you're trying to build a business, if you're trying to get funding and capital for your business, we have those opportunities for mentorship.
Serious inquiries.
That's serious.
Only.
Yes.
No. Because I got mostly guys in here. Listen, this man. Listen, her husband almost broke my hand in the handshake. So let me let you know, man. Serious inquiry. No. All jokes aside, man. Get about your business, man. Everybody like the hashtag standing on business. Stand on business for real, man. Yes. And she talking about credibility. You know the OG credit. My stamp is official. This lady, her team, everything about presentation was good. I thought of the food. I thought when you go to the event and it's crowded, you think, okay, that's where the drinks at. That's the bar. It got to be where the food.
Yes.
No, your presentation, the breakthrough presentation, always quality. I tip my hat off to you.
Thank you.
Your husband, the breakthrough experience, this whole experience, man. I hope y'all enjoy it. We would love to have y'all back. Maybe we could talk him into
Absolutely. I want to give my husband a shout out. That's my manager. That's my private investor. Billionaire Bill,
right,
my husband.
Bill.
So yeah, I give a shout out to him. He's my number one fan, and I thank God for him and thank God for
couple,
you.
Man. That's what we need to see. Good example, man. Strong example. Y'all help support this couple. If anything else, we need this example out here. Success.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having you. Thanks for coming to me.
Thank you too.
We just warming up, you know what I mean? Gigaveli just warming up. What they do just warming up. Ricky Rose, we just warming up, and we finna give y'all some game today. So this only the beginning.
Dade County street nigga, I'ma hold it down. 5120 each one I break down. Supply my whole hood, visions to supply the town. I'm talking about Palm Beach, Broward County, back down south. Vato get them pounds. JG Wentworth, I need that money now. Same day we get them in. same day we move 'em out. Nigga gon' break them bitches down.
Maybach music.